a whisper from the sea, and a little slow dancing with me. You say you wanna get back on your feet. I am gonna give you what you need. So how about the music, like a whisper from the sea, and a little slow dancing with me. Time to get back again, life in the fastest lane. Everyone needs to come back around. Find peace of mind and strength. Slow down at any length. We all have to stay tall. Running through the crowd on a busy street. Need to find some air in the summer heat. So how about the music, like a whisper from the sea, and a little slow dancing with me. Slow dancing with me.
Morning has broken, our windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I've lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. In times that are changing and when hope is fading, I know I can turn to your embrace. 'Cause there's so much beauty under your heaven, and I'm grateful every day. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I've lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I lean on you and I lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my
I can feel there is somebody here, and he's watching over me tonight as he takes away my fears. Lets me know there's a heaven up there. Yeah, he's reaching out his hand to me to wash away my tears. Oh, I know you and I praise you. Got my arms open for your love. Oh, I want to be near you. I hear angels from up above. They sing hallelujah. They sing hallelujah. I can see though my eyes are all closed. Yeah, he gives me strength to carry on and always lets me know that I'm fine just the way he made me. Every perfect imperfection is all because of him. Oh, I know you and I praise you. Got my arms open for your love. Oh, I want to be near you. I hear angels from above. They sing hallelujah. They sing hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. There is somebody here, and he's watching over me tonight as he takes away my fears. Oh, I know you and I praise you. Got my arms open for your love. Oh, I want to be near you. I hear angels from above. They sing hallelujah. They sing hallelujah. Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. And shadows and gloom are all that you see. We'll find a place where we can be free. the beginning, where I stood with you in the night. It begins, the light from the middle, where I first saw you with my eyes. The road ahead, it was my road back. I take it all the way, the way, the way to you. When I return to center, I return to center. I return to center again and again and again. I was alone, I was awake, I was new here, I was real. It was all enough till it all ran out, and I looked within, I was found again. I returned to center, I returned to center, I returned to center again.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It is early. Early bird gets the worm, I guess. What's going on? Independent Mini, I'm surprised you're still up. Your live just, I woke up and your live was still going. I was like, what a wonderful live you had you know, I can't believe it's been 2 years since Ron passed away. I remember the first time I went to his live stream and he was like OTWP, and then he just started giving me a hard time, and like I really missed so many people. We lost, I mean, like think about it, we lost North Shore, Beth D, Chicken Prepper, the Preaching Prepper. I mean, we lost so many, and Dangerous Freedom. Dangerous Freedom was a great guy, Independent Mini, and what a great turnout of people. A lot of folks on the prepping channels have been like so separated, like they don't like this or they don't like that, and last night was really cool because it showed like how many lives he touched. He touched so many people's lives and brought us together. He didn't care. He didn't care about anything. He just cared about who you were and you were having fun, and he always brought smiles to everybody's face. He's really missed. He's really missed, and that was obvious last night. I think you ended up with over 100 and some people, and people I hadn't seen for like over a year. It was really cool. Thank you for doing that, Independent Mini United. Hello, Hooga Hooga, or I'm awake. It's 6 a.m. still. Yeah, it is 6 a.m. But, last night after I watched, I was over there at the live stream at Independent Mini, and I told Dragonflies, I said, man, I got to get some rest. So I started to go in to to go to sleep, and I went in the restroom, and all of a sudden the whole cabin shook. I was like, whoa. And like I was like, is this the time? That's what I thought. I said, is this it? Is this the one? And then I told Dragonflies, I said, imagine if like we had to live like that. I mean, the whole cabin shook. It was like every wall shook, the roofs shook, and I don't think it was an earthquake. I don't know what it was. It was crazy. But I told Dragonflies, I said, imagine if this country ever got, bombed, what it would be like. Yeah, no, we're fine. It was just so weird, like it was just like, pow. It was like, what in the heck just happened here, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hooga, that, yeah. That's what I told Dragonflies. I said it's the big one. Here it comes. But I mean, like we can joke about it, but like I can't imagine, like honestly, is like being over there in Ukraine or Russia or any of these countries, Israel, Gaza, any of the countries that are like really under attack like that. I can't imagine, man. I know. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you, RR. I think the time is short. I definitely do, but I'll tell you what, when you have a boomer like that, it's like, well, what was that? The cats were running, the dogs were looking up like, hey, you're gonna rescue us. Well, I don't even know what I'm rescuing you from. you know. Boy, I just thought I'd come on this morning, get everybody centered. We're going into the new year. There's we got today at midnight. We've made it. There's a lot of warnings out, though. I will say that there's a lot of warnings out. All right, get some rest, Independent Mini. My gosh, I think your live started at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Holy smokes, you got to be tired. And you just shut it down because when I woke up, you were still on. I seen Ghost and Backwoods over there, and then it was just so cool. Like Prepper Tribe was there, Doc Mac. I mean, a lot of people I hadn't seen for a long time, and it was really cool. It was really cool. Some people that hadn't been on YouTube, I don't think, for a long time. Mm, I'm sure, Huga, but imagine being a child. Imagine being a child, and that kind of stuff happened. Holy smokes, right? One, two, three. No, it's three, two, one. Huga, go get you a cup of coffee. Lord help us. Huga's not awake yet. She's not awake. Huga, go get a cup of coffee because you're sleepy. You're sleepy. Huga, quit being so sleepy. I don't know what's wrong with you, Huga. Are you tired or what? I'm going to show it over here. I'm also showing it over at OTWP Report, but a little more in depth. But man, I got some weird kind of thing going on with my computer. Ever since I started using that other program, if I switch back and forth and stuff, you can hear like this loud beep in my ear, and the audio's all jacked up again. I got to go over there and mess with that. But I do want to show this. Especially if you're in a big city or whatever, it's like really important that you're on point tonight and very careful. We can't let them steal our joy, and we definitely can't let them steal our New Year's Eve. But there is a bunch of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2247. Okay, well, Huga. So I want to show this real quick. This is what came out. It came out on the 19th. They just revised it again, and I think the interesting thing to me is it says leaked information. Um, I want to make sure that people see it, but there's like it came out on the 12th. Excuse me, it came out on the 12th, and then they turned around and put it out again. And so I put a little thing together so people could see it. You had some bad dreams. That's not good. But look at that. They're talking about that this threat, and they're telling people like not to go to large gatherings, religious activities, Jewish community, but do you notice up there toward the top what it says? It says lone actors may seek to disrupt or escalate violence. Lone actors. Isn't that what we've been talking about for like 2.5 years? Lone actors, these lone wolves, these sleepers. And now this is on an FBI actual warning. But they're saying like New York, San Francisco, and Las Vegas have huge warnings out right now, and they're like talking about that they said that like there's nothing that came out about Vegas. There is stuff that came out about New York, but I also put where you can look it up at, which is at DHS. They're asking people if they see anything funny to like come forward, but I think that, you know, ever since October, honestly, the FBI did raise the alerts in this country, and so I think that it's going to get worse. And they're talking about New York, New York, New York, Homeland Security, DHS, FBI, all have called alerts on New York for Times Square tonight, and we'll see. I hope to God not. I mean, but they're worried about lone wolves, and then if you look right there, San Francisco, they're worried about the fireworks show because they can't really control who comes up against in the water. So that's a big thing. Like that whole coast, San Francisco used to be beautiful. Me and Dragonflies were watching a thing last night on YouTube, and after I left Independent Mini, and I was watching it, and Brain doing a sort of dress rehearsal. Yeah, I believe that. I've been having some weird dreams, so yeah, I shared one the other day. But they're talking about all this stuff that they think could happen, and honestly, like, how can we not think that there's potential threats, especially like in France? France even upped their thing. They really feel like something's going to happen too. So like it's all around the world. It's not just in the United States, and I think that as things escalate more and more, as our current establishment just keeps failing us all, and I think we have like, what is it? I think it's 2.5 million. It was 1.5 million, and now it's 2.5 million illegal immigrants that are in the country. I think this is set up for the big takedown. But what I wanted to say is last night I got a little off track. Me and Dragonflies were watching this thing on YouTube, and it was really interesting because, yeah, yeah, I agree, Huga. But they were showing the cities, and I was like, gosh, I've been on that street. I've been on that street. And like, what's happening in the cities as illegals are being put up in hotels, and then Americans are out on the streets, and like the fentanyl and what is it called, trunk, that other drug is so nasty, y'all, so nasty. Yeah, yeah, Rick. And isn't wasn't France's last night, or was it? I don't know. I don't know what the time difference is, but all I know is that like when I was looking at the inner cities, I was like, my heart was going out. Then they had like all these food lines and stuff, and I was like, is this really? Is this really America? Is this really the United States I grew up in? Is it like, I don't know. To me, it's like really sad to see what's happening. Um, People make jokes and stuff about it, but it's like really sad. And like you go and you look at like Philadelphia, and it's not just Philadelphia now, it's San Francisco, it's Los Angeles. It is. And what's really sad and everybody is that like all these Americans are killing themselves. Wow. Oh yeah, it's gonna get way worse. But so many of our brothers and sisters are killing themselves. And I think people, I've talked about it for the last 2 years, is like, um, you're on it. I think it's coming, RCX. That's what we're going to do today. That's what we're going to do today. But I think it's coming, and I think it's going to come quick in 2024. I think that they have to cover up a couple things. And one of them, they're going to cover this up because there's so many people just, perishing. They're going to cover that up, and they got to cover up and not allow the election to happen. I don't know if we'll have an election. I don't know if it matters if we do have an election, but I've been that way. I've thought that way for over 20 years. Is every time it's election and people get all riled up, I'm like, this is a corporation, that once upon a time made money and now it's broke. And so they're going to put whoever they want. I truly believe it doesn't matter. Um, you can stomp your feet and scream and all that stuff. But I think, yeah, 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 a lot of people are having heart attacks. It's sad. Young people. But, it's just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. It's just a strange occurrence that, when people are having more heart attacks. It's just one of those things. You know, I don't know. It is sad. But I do want to say that we need to stay centered and focused, and that's why I'm going to read this right here. We got to stay centered and focused, right? Let's see. Having good neighbors. Oh gosh, do we have good neighbors? Ooh, whoa, it's too bright for all that. Oh, sometimes it almost blinded me. I'll come up here. This is coming from our daily bread, day 39, and it says, "Look out for one another." Wow. Having good neighbors is vital, especially during difficult times. Just ask Minnesota farmer Scott Legrid. He was seriously injured in an auto accident when he tried to avoid hitting a puppy and swerved off the road. Doctors said he couldn't return to work for several months. This meant he wouldn't be able to harvest his crops, his only source of income. Once the word spread around in town, local farmers rallied to harvest his crops for him. Legrid said, "I'm lucky to live in a community where people have always looked out for each other. Caring for one another is what believers do in Jesus as they're called to do, reflecting Jesus' sacrificial love." The writer of Hebrews reminds us to not forget to do good and to share with others. Hebrews 13:16. Because of our appreciation for Christ's death on the cross, we can demonstrate the depth of our love for him through good works, kind and practical actions that benefit others, living for others, and sharing our resources with them. Sacrifices that are pleasing to God, verse 16. As God provides what we need, let's choose to keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters no matter what. I added the no matter what. In Jesus, verse 1. Through hospitality and caring for all people, we live out his command to truly love. John 13:34 and 35. Man, isn't that true? That's true. Just keep on loving each other no matter what. No matter how jacked up a situation is, no matter how angry you get, you got to just learn to forgive and just keep on loving each other. I think it's true. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Thumbs up for Jesus. Yeah, I hear you. I think a lot of times that we get so wrapped up in day-to-day life, and sometimes we don't really know what's going on in somebody's life. Like, y'all don't know my struggles. I don't know all your struggles. I know some of your struggles because you share them with me. But, like, I think that we're so quick to judge, We are so quick to judge and jump out of the gate like, well, you are this or this or this. And not directing this to anybody, just directing it toward life, okay? I've done it. I've done it more than once. I've went off the deep end and said, "Oh, I didn't know what they were going through," and yeah, but you got to give your boyfriend a break. He doesn't know what you're going through on a daily basis. You don't know how you're feeling. We all have dreams and ambitions. Like yesterday, I was really shocked, and I'm gonna share it with you. I have like one more thing there. You all know that I loved being in the Navy. I loved it. Now I'm too old, right? Well, supposedly, I guess they're reinstating something so you can go back in the service. But I came across something, and you all know I'm going on a mission this summer, so I'm excited about that. But I think I'm going stir crazy. I got cabin fever or something. So yesterday, while I'm at work, this paper comes across my desk, and I was like, And then I didn't think dragonflies would react the way she did, but I filled out the paperwork, and I'm waiting for my background check to come back, and as soon as it comes back, I'll be in the Coast Guard. Dragonflies is like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "What are you doing?" It's the Coast Guard, like auxiliary for men and women, and she was, and then she left and she went to town, and so she voxes me, and then she writes me a text message, and she goes, "Did you just really tell me that you volunteered to go in the Coast Guard?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah." And she's like, "Why? It could be dangerous and this and this and this." And I'm like, "Well, it's what I'm going to be doing isn't really dangerous. It's more support." But like, I don't know. I always feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I'm not doing enough to help, and so that's what I did. I signed the paper yesterday to go in the Coast Guard Auxiliary, and it's kind of cool, the missions and the stuff that they send you on. And it'll be around here in Missouri, Arkansas, I think Kentucky. I think we cover 6 states or something. But if it's kind of like National Guard, it's kind of like National Guard, but it's for the Coast Guard. And so like I'm really excited about that. I don't know. I just keep feeling like there's something that I'm not doing that I need to be doing. And I think, like, I always tell people to get active, get active in your schools, get active in your community, get active in your state. And I want to lead by example because that's who I am. And so I joined the Coast Guard Auxiliary. And so as soon as my background check gets done, Tuesday, I think the guy's supposed to call me and have a phone conversation. And then I have to go to Springfield to fill out some other paperwork and get my uniform and all that stuff. I don't think I'll be wearing the same size uniform that I wore when I was in the Navy, though, at 18. And there's no, like, I think the thing that I'm mostly going to be doing is helping do boat inspections, which is cool. Thank you, Elaine. I'm excited about it. I got to kind of talk to Dragonflies a little bit more about it because she was like, "You really doing what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I know." Well, no, Rick, the Coast Guard needs people, and they do a lot of support, like the National Guard. I didn't want to join the Guard. I could have. They're still taking people into. It doesn't matter what age, but the support with the Coast Guard I like because I love the water. So, I'll be around the water, and right now it looks like that's after talking to the guy via email, that's what it looks like I'll be doing is like boat inspections. I'll be doing boat inspections, and then if there's a major catastrophe, of course, we have a whole different set of jobs that we do. But like I'm excited about it. I was supposed to go Coast Guard, and then I went Navy. And so I had 3 options. I was supposed to go to Trinity Bible Institute in South Dakota, or the Navy, or the Coast Guard, and I ended up joining up that way. No, no, because it's volunteer. I'm not getting paid for it, remaining remnant. It's just my way of giving back. Yeah, I'm just giving back. Um, there's no money involved other than I have to pay for a uniform, so but there's no money. I'm not getting paid for it. Yeah, trust me, I ain't gonna screw that up. It's not gonna be a big thing, RCX. It's mostly like a weekend warrior, like go out and help on the weekends and stuff, wherever the Coast Guard needs me to go. So yeah, on the weekends, maybe once in a while. Just depends. Things are rolling in different for us for 2024, and I have some different plans. I'm hoping to go 100% back to being self-employed. That's what I'm hoping. I'm working on something right now, so I can't step to the corporate world. I just can't step to their drum. I don't like it. I don't like things about it, and you have to stand up. Oh gosh. Uh, well, no, I don't think I'll be near the hospitals because I'm not a corpsman. I never have been. I've never been. When I first went in the Navy, I was supposed to be a corpsman or air traffic controller, and then I lost my school because I had some medical issues, so they had to bump me, and then I went back in like 2 weeks later after my medical issue got resolved and the paperwork got resolved, and then so I ended up being a ABF, ended up being a fuelie in the military. No, 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 well, I need to shave it off again. Maybe I'll do a live stream and shave my head. Maybe I'll do that tonight. It's New Year's Eve. I think I'm gonna get toasted, drink some moonshine, and then get out the clippers and just shave it all off bald. Yeah, Huga, stop. Dragonflies is she's gonna say something. She's gonna be like, people are starting to think you only own that red sweatshirt. Well, I took this red sweatshirt from her, so this isn't my red sweatshirt. She's like, can you take it off so I can at least wash it? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that does make me worry. Dragonflies is. I think she has a. Does she have a premiere today, y'all? Could somebody look on her channel that's a mod? And if she does, would you drop her link? Or I can do it. Let me quit being so lazy. I'll look. Shoot. Let me see. Y'all better start hitting the dang thumbs up. I don't know what y'all's problem is. Like, am I that bad? Am I that big of a jerk? Jesus criminy. Am I that big of a jerk, y'all? Oh, I got them. I got a lot of them. Oh, and you don't want to see those because I have the BC glasses on. Y'all know what BC glasses are? Y'all know what the BC glasses are. Anybody know what that is? The BC glasses are pitiful. That's what I'll tell you. Nope, she doesn't have one today. She must not have it up yet. So the BC glasses, um, when they give you these BC glasses during boot camp, they say you'll be lucky, and I'm like, they give me these BC glasses, and I'm like, what do you mean I'll be lucky? They'll be and they said, well, because those are birth control glasses for everybody, you'll be lucky if you get laid on either direction. I'm like, oh well, they were the ugliest thing. Like they were like these black, thick, they kind of look like Ray Bans, except navy. Military Ray Bans. Thank you, copy first. But I don't know. They worked for me. Is it Sunday morning I'm talking like this? Shame on me. OTWP, stop it. I had a great time in the Navy. I mean, I did. I had a great time in the Navy. That was the time, when I joined, it was 1983. I went into the delayed entry program, which is DEP. I'm trying to talk so y'all understand. So I went into DEP, and I stayed in DEP. I graduated midterm, so I was in DEP for like 4 or 5 months, right? Then when you go into the service itself, then that time acquires on you a little bit so that you can go in from an E1 to like an E2 if you're going in as a listed. But like I don't know, I really enjoy being in the military. I gained so much weight in the military, especially during boot camp because I was so freaking hungry. Like I was hungry from the time I got up to the time I went to bed because we couldn't have Gidunk and we couldn't have that. We couldn't have anything like that. And so snacks, we couldn't have like soda, candy bars, chips, none of that, right? No Gidunk until our 8th week. And then our 8th week, oh, just saying, Rick, you smarty. Gosh, that's wrong. That's wrong. But the thing is when I was in the 80s, like seriously, if you would go somewhere in uniform, and especially in Florida, well, in California too. I have to give California props. This is like 1984 when I finally got out in the fleet. People would just walk up to you if you're at a bar, buy you a drink. If you were sitting down at a restaurant, come over and pay for your food. I mean, it was like nonstop. I actually had this couple, this man and wife in Orlando. I met them at a club, went to dinner with them the next week, and the following week they gave me the keys to their townhouse and their car. No kidding. And they said, KJ, whenever you want to come here, you're welcome. Here's the keys to the car. They were only there part time. I think they was like snowbirds or something, but they just loved me. I had one taxi cab driver in Orlando that I would call him. He gave me his card, and when I call him, I paid him for the first taxi cab ride, but then he just come and pick me up and take me wherever. And so like people's outpouring to the military during the 80s was pretty good. People were pretty nice, and I think that's something that we all like need to look at because you know people don't realize the crap you go through in the military. They don't realize, yeah, those days are gone. I agree with you. I think those days are way gone. But there's still good people. there's still good people like all of you in the chat that, you see a veteran, tell them thanks, buy them a cup of coffee, because you don't know the mental bullshit that the military puts you through. And y'all have seen my PTSD get out of whack, or I've canceled lives, canceled lives, canceled lives. That's why. Because when I get like that, I can't remember nothing, and I probably wouldn't even remember having the live, so I just back away. And I've been really good lately. I haven't been letting things get to me like that, because it takes a lot to get to me, but when it does, it's just not nice. It's not cool, and mostly it affects my memory. Um, PTSD is hellacious, it's hellacious, and things are looking good though for the military thing for me. And if once that happens, honestly, I probably won't have to worry about working anywhere. But I'll always work because I enjoy. I can't see me sitting around. I tried that before when I was like in my 40s, and I can't see that. Oh shoot! Oh my goodness gracious sakes almighty! Y'all know what's coming up? Oh my! Oh no! 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 My 58th birthday's coming up. Oh my God! I'm going over the hill. Oh really? SLV, you were Navy. I'm sorry, I didn't see that, man. They phased out dungarees. Well, the uniforms they wear now are way better than those freaking bell-bottom dungarees that you had to use. Uh, and well, I don't know. Like I like the work uniform. The dungarees just when they're first brand new. Do you remember getting dye on your legs? That was like terrible. That was terrible. And when I was going into the gas chamber, that's something I'll never forget either. It's like going into the gas chamber. Like that really woke me up. Like what? Putting starch on them. Mm. Yeah, well, that doesn't really trigger me, Huga, because mine was caused from the accident. Mine was more caused from seeing death in my face, and I think I was 19 or 20 when it happened. Um, but seeing death right in my face, like, shot me over the edge. And it did. I mean, I'll be honest. You dated a few. I heard there was a whole company over there, RR. Just kidding. They were all trying to get dates with you, and you were like, no, no. Okay, you. No, not you. Okay, you, maybe. I'm going to play a couple songs. I'll be right back. I need to step outside real quick, and I'll be right back. I got to take the cats their food. They're like all looking at me. There's two of them sitting on the freezer right now looking at me through the window. So I'll be right back. Get your praise on. Thank God for another day. It is December 31st. If you missed the alert earlier in this live stream, go back and watch it, and I'll be right back. RR, how many did you date? One, two, three. AC served on. I didn't get dungarees. I was issued utilities, but they look like dungarees. Mm. I was a ABF, and I was in 1983 to 1989, and I served on San Clemente Island, but I was attached to Coronado to NALF and San Clemente Island at the same time because we flew back and forth in SLV Prepper, and we worked a 5-4 rotation out there. But what was really cool is I flew every single week. Every single week. I loved it. I flew on H1s, H-46s. We had a Cessna, a small Cessna that would take us back and forth to the island, and then we had like a commercial plane that only set like 36 people, 38 people, somewhere in there. I remember one day, before I go outside real quick to feed these cats, I remember one day I was getting ready to leave, and I had to do fire guard on the engines, and I unchocked the plane, and this big huge flame like shoots out the back. It was a prop plane, and this flame like, and so I'm on fire guard, so I take the fire extinguisher, and I'm like, we're good to go. I jump on the plane, and I was thinking about it as we flew in, like, that engine just caught on fire, and here I am on the plane flying in an hour. But after you work around them so much, it doesn't really matter. I operated the NC-8. That was like one of my main jobs. I operated an NC-8, which is like a battery jump. It's a drivable battery jump for F4s, 8s, A2s, helis, whatever. It was like a huge battery jump, but it was like a little vehicle that you drove, and then you hooked up these massive cables. But because San Clemente Island was so small, I did a lot of jobs. I've fueled hot and cold pit, both. My favorite job was directing aircraft. That was like my favorite, especially at night because it looked so badass. We out there with the flashlights, and I got funny stories about directing airplanes. That's for sure. But I really enjoyed my service, most of it. There was some things that I didn't enjoy, some things that I want to talk about, some things I've never talked about on YouTube, and I never will. But overall, I think it's good for people to go because you learn how to adapt and you learn how to get along with all different kinds of people from all different kinds of walks of life. And one of my favorite first class officers, he was from the Philippines. His name was Jose. I'll never forget him. I got pictures of him, actually, me and him. And he used to, we lived in the line shack pretty much most of the time when we were on the island. Because that's, we worked there like 12 hours a day. So it was like living there. We had a bunker room and everything, a living room, kitchen. But he was the coolest little Filipino guy. And he was little. He was like maybe 5'2". And he would make all these authentic dishes of food. It was really good. Hey, Private Benjamin, that was a good movie. I think I like a lot of movies from the Vietnam era. I just got done watching The Pacific, which was really good. The Pacific's about WW2. It's a documentary. All the guys that are featured in it are real people that that were in WW2, and it's their story. And it's a 10-part series. Me and actually Dragonflies liked it. She watched the whole thing with me. And that was really good because it was so realistic about what those guys went through. And then the other one that I really like is Born on the 4th of July. And probably my favorite movie of all time is Platoon. Of all time. Platoon is probably my favorite. Platoon's pretty graphic, though. Well, I'm going to get back to some music. Let me go feed these cats, and I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on.
I see you, I close my eyes and I see you. I feel you, I sense you're always there. I hear you, your voice I hear so clearly. So near me, I see you everywhere. And my eyes are filled with tears as you strip me of all my fears. So I stand before you naked and as I am, you fill me with a love too great to understand. Am I dreaming or awake? It's just the same. And I'm crying tears of joy. I never cry for pain. I never cry for pain. You heard me, I called your name and you heard me. You saw me, saw a broken man.
from my pain, and I surrender to your embrace. Tears running down my face, and I stand before you naked and as I am. You fill me with a love too great to understand. Am I dreaming or awake? It's just the same. And I'm crying tears of joy. I never cry, crying tears of joy. I'm crying tears of joy. Crying tears of joy. Tears of joy. Crying tears of joy. I am crying tears of joy. Crying tears of joy. Here I stand before you naked and as I am. You fill me with a love too great to understand. And I'm dreaming or awake, it's just the same. 'Cause I'm crying tears of joy. I never cry for me. Naked and as I am. I never cry. You fill me with a love too great to understand. Am I dreaming or awake? It's just the same. I am crying tears of joy. I never cry for pain. I never cry for pain. I never cry for pain. I have walked through the darkest valley. I was lost, couldn't find my way. But then I heard him from within, he who died for my sins. He spoke my name, then I saw his face. Yes, I've seen his eternal glory. I felt his hand when I was astray. I never knew until then what his love truly meant. I was lost, but now I'm found by his grace. By his grace, by his grace, I've been saved by the grace of my Lord. By his grace, by his grace, I've been saved by the grace of my Lord. He is the Lamb and he is the shepherd. He's the burning flame within my soul. The fire in my heart. He is my joy, he is my song. He is right when all is wrong. He's my savior and the light in the dark. Oh, I know I'm on a long and arduous journey. It is a narrow and a winding path.
guess I get at it. I gotta go and transport water this morning. I got some chemicals I need to clean up. Dragonfly's counter looks really, really nice. Yeah, I've been working out too. I actually got some weights set right down beside me. Dragonflies was like, whoa. Actually, I made Dragonflies do leg lifts. It was pretty hilarious. Uh, yeah, she was like, no, I can't do them. I can't do them. I'm like, yes, you can. Keep going, keep going. And she was like, oh my God, you're trying to kill me. I'm like, just do the leg lifts. Yeah, I hope everybody has a great new year. If you're out and about, make sure that you're on point. Make sure you're careful because of all the things that are going on and all the lone wolves that they're asking. Right? Yeah. You'd like to know how they are. I know it's rough. Yeah, I'll try to reach out to him again. I'll try to reach out to him. I called him and nobody answered, but I know that I'm sure he's really stressed out, honestly. He's got well, they had two little babies, grandbabies. Yeah, but everybody be safe for real. Uh, you know, I think that if, yeah, I agree with you, copy first and speak. I mean, I think we have a dangerous situation brewing, honestly. And I think the big dangerous situation is we have all these illegals coming across the border. The thing is I think that the country honestly has just been bought and sold out, and um, what are we going to do about it? That's the thing. I think until some major catastrophic event happens, I think that people are just going to talk about it. I mean, honestly, um, that's why, you know, I, I really don't know. Like, I think 2024 is going to pop off, and it's going to pop off hard. And if they do it tonight, this may be the shake-up call. It may be. Talk about what? Talk about what are? Yeah, I mean, I think that there's so many things coming at us all at one time, and especially like I still talk news over here. I still talk news over here. Actually, I'm bringing back, Brew with the Crew is the new OTWP coffee. I just decided we always are different, so it's Brew with the Crew, and Brew with the Crew is, whatever I bring in the morning. It could be news. I think the thing is, I agree with you. The people who are coming over well, we got to realize that, our economy can only handle so much. We've already added, it was 1.5 mil. I just found a thing that says it's 2.5 million people that have came across the border. Y'all, that's a true invasion. I mean, um, that is a true freaking invasion. And I mean, I think like our food supply, every which way we turn, whatever we look at, be it economic, be it the EMP situation, be it the border, whatever situation we look at right now in the United States, it is just explosive. It's just waiting for that just one little flicker to set the whole thing off. And I think with the division, I think with the things that are happening in Israel, I think with the things that are happening in Ukraine, it is so divided. What concerns me, and we are going down the rabbit hole about nuclear, I found some very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. I'm putting a whole program together about it. I think I'm going to broadcast it to all three channels, so that it's going out everywhere because it's that important. But like the things that I found out about nuclear and the things I found out about how we are prepared is pretty freaking pitiful. And other countries like are prepped to the max on nuclear. While we're sitting here like, if a nuclear situation happens in this country, the only people that, unless if they don't, well, Stanford and I think it's Stanford and another college, I can't remember the other college off the top of my head. They put out this simulation, and the simulation is like, oh shit. Like, if one thing becomes explosive and one of these government officials that have their head, it's Sunday morning, but I am who I am. they have their heads up their asses, and if one of these governments pop off one thing, it will be catastrophic to the world. And they have done simulations about nuclear winter, but it's never occurred. You know, all they have to do is set off a couple, and we could be in a nuclear winter situation. Yes, I touched on that on our news channel. If one of my mods would drop the news channel, I don't know if you're over there, SLV Prepper, but I keep the news, risky stuff off of this channel, and I put it on a specific news channel. It's called OTWP Report. Um, but I think that we are just like waiting for this one explosive event, and it'll be like a stick of dynamite, like literally it'll be like a stick of dynamite. And once that stick of dynamite is lit, right, once it's lit, it will be really, really terrible. Huga, we just added a microgreen garden so that we can plant it inside. That's the other thing that we got to think about is microgreens, greens, anything green, right, is really important. But I think that we're waiting for this explosive event, and I think the explosive. Thank you, Coffee First and Speak. I think this explosive situation, it'll just be that one thing that shakes and rattles and rolls everyone, and then it'll be, yeah. Well, and we got to think though, or we got to think about this. What if you can't go outside and do that garden? You know, that's like something that we need to think about. And I will tell you this, according to that wonderful, wonderful book that Steppin' in it got me. Well, I got like 4 wonderful books this last month, but that one right there, right there. Hold on, let me take this down. See, okay, you can see it. Maybe you can see it. Maybe you can't see it. Maybe you can. Healing Remedies. This is a go-to right here. Healing Remedies. I mean, this thing is massive. It has everything you can possibly imagine, like about some foraging, about spices, herbs. Get on point. Make sure you get your pepper. Make sure you get cinnamon, because they're probably going to be null and void coming into 2024. There's going to be a huge shortage. And then Huga got me this. And Huga, I have it marked to a certain page because, and I have your card here. Thank you. Again, I love this book. But she sent me this book, Huga did, and it has a really cool thing about how I can build that pond. So right now we're looking for that liner. And I'm hoping. I've been wanting a pond here for 3 years, and this book has a lot of great tips about how to build that pond. And see, we live up on this hill, and the back of our cabin is on stilts, so everything runs downhill, runs out there where we've had the live streams before. Down there in my setting spot, the water runs straight down there. So what I want to do, me and my buddy Shane have been talking about it, we're going to dig a trench going off the edge of the roof and get those rain chains. Have you all seen those rain chains before? They cost like 30, 40 bucks. I'm trying to look for some that are just, I don't care what shape they're in, because they're just going to get rained on. So they pull the water down off the roof, go through the rain chain, and then they would go into that trench. And then that trench will dump in to a canoe, an old canoe. In that old canoe, that will be a water filtration station. I've already got it all mapped out and figured out. So that canoe will have another type of liner in it that will protect the water even more. And it will have a screen across the top, like what I did at Itchituckney at the campground, to keep the bird crap from going in it and keep animals out of it. So that will be another water storage area. Then it will go down into the pond that we dig out right straight out the back window, which you've all have been out there with me 1,000 times probably. And so there's like a big, huge area. And so we want to dig that, put the liner in it, and then I will have 2 different pumps that I can run, and one pump will actually be in the canoe to keep the water flowing and fresh. So I really, yeah, water. It is. Well, and that's what we're doing today, RR. That's what we're doing today. Like, we have, we got, I don't know how many buckets we got. We got a lot of buckets, right? So what we're going to do is we got a lot of buckets, And so we got a lot of seeds. But our big thing is our buckets today, and that's why I got to get off here soon, because I promised Dragonflies I'd move all these. And so this one, let me see if y'all can see it. Let me drop this down. Like, I don't know how many I have right now. I think I have, we figured it out. Each one of these buckets that we have, like this, each one of those buckets will, it's supposed to be a 1 month supply, I believe, for one person. But this one, it's a 4-week food supply, right? But I figured it out calorie-wise, intake-wise. If anything happens, these are going to go 2 months. So we have several of these. You can find the link on the main part of the channel. We are an affiliate of My Patriot Supply, so if you purchase something, it does help us. But I've tried them. I like most of the food. Some of it is very, very high in sodium, so I don't like that part about it. But I think we're moving all this stuff into a specific area in the cabin today. And then all of our Augustin Farm cans, we figured out that we have over almost 2 years of Augustin Farms. So I told Dragonflies the day that we open this stuff is the day that we know that the shit has went sideways and that we're on the verge of disaster. What kind of comms do I have? I have a ham radio. We have walkie-talkies. I want to get a CB and add a CB radio. I think that the ham radio, because of where they're made, most of them are made in China, right? Unless you can find the old stationary military radio. And that's what I would love. I would love to find one that like sits on the tabletop. But I don't know if they, like, I can't find them. I've been in the military surplus. I've been all over the place trying to find them. I cannot find one. But the ham radio, I think, will have issues very quickly. Especially the not Bang & Olufsen. That's the great stereo. I forgot what it is. It's China. It's China. Good morning, she's a wildflower. So I think that's like, a huge thing. But my huge thing is water and food. Me and Dragonflies have been doing, Bofang. Yeah, and it's made in China, SLV. So I would like to get an old U.S. military desktop, because if I could find one of those, right, you can hook it up to a car battery. You could hook the car battery up to a solar pack, and then you could charge it. You would have comms. The big thing, no matter what it is, ham radio, any of that. We also have, Hugo, we also have a NOAA radio. We have like 4 different NOAA radios. The new favorite one, let me see, I think it's right here because we were messing with it the other night, is this one. And I really like this one. This is the new one that I got. This is the new NOAA radio that I got, this one. That's the new NOAA radio I got. And I like this one because it's hand crank. It has a flashlight. I think hand crank and solar is going to be a go-to. I'm going to read y'all something, and maybe this will really make you get on point, okay? And I'm not saying it to scare you. I'm saying it because of the reports I read. Okay, so this is the report. And I wasn't going to put it out on YouTube because I'm not a fearmonger. I don't like to scare people, right? So, but this is the report. If there's an EMP, we always hear about 90% of the people will, right, be gone. I want you to think about this in chronological order. By day 25, most of our elders and people that need medical attention on a day-to-day basis will be gone. And starvation. So day 25, after an EMP, and I have the whole list written up because I was like, wow, like this was eye-opening to me as well. Then on day 50, we're going to be looking at no law, ruthless takers, mass conflict, and mass slaughter, right? So by the second month, It's going to be like a total freaking disaster zone. And then by day 100, they estimate that half of the world will be gone. This is if somebody screws up and does exactly what what I was talking about, some catastrophic event. By day 365, the people that are living will start re-putting the world back together. So it's really the way that things boil down. It's really, really, phew, she got it hot as all get out up in here. Um, it's really going to be the first year that's going to be so crucial and so important that people, well, think about all the people that are on dialysis. If we think about all the people on dialysis, that's huge. Those people are going to be very, very sick and very ill. And with all the OTCs that are being taken off the shelves now, and the price of them, have you all seen the price of OTCs? They're like absolutely insane. Insane. The prices are crazy. So we really have to prepare for at least a year of chaos and nonsense where it's going to be bunker down and protect yourself, have layers of protection, have a mag, have a neighborhood that you can be involved in to protect your own ass. I mean, honestly, I think that it's going to be really, really important. Yeah, yeah. Well, and our health is going to be very important. I mean, um, I'm taking turmeric every day. I'm taking turmeric every day. I'm trying to work out 3 to 4 times a week. I'm trying to increase my walking. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, yeah, and it's that's true. Hey, she's a wildflower. You snuck in. I seen you sneak in a little earlier. Well, yeah, and that's the other thing. Well, and I'll show you. Like I've been doing some interesting preps, and just like I've been trying to take stuff that I have like all over the place, and Dragonflies is like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I'm like organizing. So I went and we're doing an inventory today. So like I have cans and cans of butane. So we're starting to pick them all up and put them in different boxes so that I know where they're at because we have stuff spread everywhere, right? I also have the bigger can. I have cases of this stuff. That's why she's been on my butt. She's like, we got to get this organized because you keep getting stuff and do we really need it? And I'm like, yeah, we need it. I mean, like, we need it. But the other thing I've been big on right now is these. They're like, I just got these from My Patriot Supply. I think they were $7. But I'm thinking about this, like, because you can use iodine, but you have to know what you're doing. You can use bleach, but you really need to know what you're doing. And these are so compact and easy, but I don't think they treat that many gallons. That's the thing. There's 50 tablets. I was trying to see how many gallons it actually treats. Yeah, see, it only treats up to 25 quarts. That's why she keeps saying, like, why do we keep getting these in the mail? I'm like, well, because I think that we need them. I'd like to have like 2 to 3 years supply of these, and so I just keep buying them and putting them in a tote, buy them and putting them in a tote. And she's like, how many more are you gonna buy? I'm like, I don't know. You know, we got to keep getting things, even if it's just that little tiny thing. It doesn't even matter. What's up, Josh? Josh Roberts is up in the house. Yeah, yeah, that's how we are. I mean, but plus I've been watching My Patriot Supply because they have different things that are on sale. And when that stuff goes on sale, I buy it. I buy it. And because it's like I don't know, I don't want to be a hoarder, right? I don't want to be a hoarder. But I will say this, like what makes the huge difference between hoarding and prepping is how you're using the stuff. That's the big thing. If you're just doing it just to do it, hey copycat, if you're just buying stuff and you're not really using it, then you're hoarding it. And I've watched people on prepping channels and they like open their food and their food falls apart and they got rust in the cans and all this stuff. You can prep all the crap you want to prep, but if you're not using it, the same like with eating. like with actually eating your food. Don't go buy the crappy food that you don't even want to eat in the first place, because that makes no sense, right? I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. Like, oh, I'm going to go buy this crap, but I don't even like that crap, but it's on sale. Well, that's pretty stupid. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there for the way it is. That is stupid. You don't go buy stuff that your family doesn't eat. And me and Dragonflies have talked about this before. Buy things that you actually have some comfort foods, like hard candy, um, different stuff like that, right? Because that's going to be huge too. Because it doesn't matter if it's a lifesaver or a piece of gum; those things might really be important to you when it all boils down. I mean, really. Here's the link if anybody wants to go check out the cells on. If you use that link, it does help us. But the thing is like, just getting stuff that really doesn't matter is stupid. It's stupid. Um, Let me see real quick here. Let's see if there's anything good going on. Yeah, there is. You can get the 4 week supply now. Up, they got a year-end blowout going on. I didn't know. They still have really quick shipping. They have quick shipping. Um, Here, I'll show it to y'all. We can go through and see if there's any good sales. I might have to order some stuff today. See, like, they even have the potassium iodide tablets, but this is the one I was showing you. They have it down to 87 bucks, right? They have it down to $87. Well, where is it? They have it down to $87. That's that can that I just picked up. No, that's a 2 week. I got a 1 month. So that's still a good sell. I got to pick up some of those black filters. I need a couple more of those because they're expensive, but I can tell a huge difference in the water. And you got to really look at stuff, but see, that's a good sell too right there on the blood clot powder. I might have to make a list because that's one thing that we're missing is blood clot powder, and I really want to get some because I think people will have some devastating things. Their food is pretty good. I want to say this though, like, me and Dragonflies were talking about it. Like, why would you go out and buy pancake mix, right? When you could buy pancake mix yourself, right? We buy the big, huge bags of pancake mix, and then she vacuum seals it. So for the money, I mean, yes, I'm an affiliate. If you're lazy and you want to just get it and get it quick, you could do that. But me personally, I would rather save the money and put it into silver. That's just how I am. So like pancake mix, we're not going to buy. Granulated sugar, we're not going to buy that way because we're going to store our own. Pastas, we're not going to buy that way, right? Same with rice. Yeah, rice and pastas. Like, why would you go and pay one of these companies? I mean, I'm just saying, why would you pay one of these companies just so that you can have the convenience of it? I mean, if you have money flowing out your ass, and do what you do. But, yes, yep, very true. But like, I think the big thing is fire. See, they have a lot of stroganoff. You notice that? Stroganoff, rice. I'm not buying that stuff. Not through there. But what I will buy is these number 10 cans, especially of fruit. You get 3 packs right here for 57 bucks. I'm going to buy another one. We got some. Dehydrated lentils. I'm not going to buy that off of my Patriot Supply. I'm just being truthful here. Oh, look. There's my tabs. And now you can save even more money. The tabs, they got them marked down to, now they got them down to $6. So now you can get them for $7. So, like, I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy another thing of that. There's things that you have to do your shopping, you have to do your due diligence, just like on anything, just like any prepping channel or whatever. You got to do your due diligence. You don't just let somebody tell you, well, yeah, you need to do this, blah, blah, blah. What I do like that they have is I like a lot of the stuff in their survival items. I do. And let me see, where's it at? I love these hurricane, those right there. I am so sold. I am so sold on the hurricane proof water matches. Y'all might remember when I did the demo after I got my first set of them. And those bad boys will start in the rain. They'll start in the rain. You can put them out and relight them and stuff. And like fire is so important. Yeah, that is a good price. Um, I don't even know if there is. Let me see if there's an expiration date on them. Um, that's a good question. No, no. As long as you don't open them, there is no expiration date. There's no expiration date. Coffee first, then speak. There's no expiration date. I just got these from there. I was just looking at them. So no, there's no expiration date. Let me make sure. Hold on. Nope. Uh-uh. And these are made in the USA too. Most of their stuff is. So no, there's no expiration date on these. But like I like these matches. I'll tell you that right now. I love those hurricane proof matches. The other thing that I like about their stuff too is they do have a really cool off-grid stove. But I'm making another rocket stove is what I'm going to make. They got some new solar stuff, and I like these right here. I do like these. I don't know what they have them for price-wise right now. I like these 100-hour candles. Y'all know I make my own candles too, but I like the candles, and not a bad price. They got those down to $10. That's a pretty good time too. Really? That's interesting. That is interesting that they have dates on them. Mine don't. They don't have any dates on them. Um, but see, as you can see, they have some radiation stuff, and I think it'd be key. I think one of the biggest things is right there, or that detector, right? Or and that one you can carry in your pocket, right? That one you can carry in your pocket. And so I think those radiation detectors like this, a rad triage, are important. Let's see what they have that for. They were $30. They're down to 22. So, and you get free shipping. The other thing I like about them is they ship. They have 3 different warehouses and they ship really quick. Um, Y'all know that we got this, and I have seen a huge difference in the air quality here in the house, in the cabin, because of that filtration system they have right there. That thing is, I'm impressed with it. You got one of what? The Alexa Pure? I like the Alexa Pure air purifier. I really like it. We also have a small like dehumidifier too. We have one of those. But that Alexa Pure is pretty cool because it changes colors. So it'll start out at red, and when it cleans your air good enough, it goes to blue. And so that's kind of cool too. Um, Hey, Devil Dog. It's just a pop up. We were just having our faith get together, talking, and then we started talking about My Patriot Supply, some different stuff on it. But like, I like the Alexa Pure, and I like the Alexa Pure water system as well. We need to probably get filters, but when it really boils down to it, folks, you could, you could. You definitely could just keep washing out the filters. I know it's really not good for like hemp filters or whatever, but you know, now they did bring in a new water line too at My Patriot Supply. Um, See, and they dropped the price on that immensely. You save $80 right now. You save $80, and that's the one we got. We got that right there. Let me see. We have that one right there. Is what we have, and that's a good price. You only get one of those filters, but I will tell you this: like a really important thing is to get charcoal, get activated charcoal. Charcoal, just get charcoal, and find out about all the different uses of charcoal. Do your due diligence on charcoal. Charcoal is a great help in a lot of ways. It really is. Yeah, Yeah, that's how we are. Like diversify. But like once again, RCX, I wouldn't buy chili mac. I wouldn't buy pastas. None of that stuff. I wouldn't buy any of it. Not pre-made. Um, yeah, I like making fire starters and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you can definitely make your own matches. You can make your own water purification. You can make a simple water purification to get stuff out. The big thing that me and Dragonflies were talking about, honestly, is that if, like, say we do have a nuclear situation. I mean, I hope to God we don't, but let's say we do. All right, and we have a nuclear situation. How long is it going to be before you can get outside? Right, 3 to 5 days. Then, right, then on top of that, how long is it going to be? Like, is all the water going to be contaminated? Probably so. Are animals and carcasses going to be around you? Probably so. And the next thing you have is a catastrophe when it comes to certain things. So like that's I'll do a demo about making matches. Like that's like a old one. That's not like a huge thing. But you can definitely make matches. You can definitely make lighters. I mean, you can definitely make fire. You can definitely make water purification. You know, all those things that you can learn are really important. Another wonderful book, and I'm gonna tell you all right now. Hold on. This one right here. Let's see this. This is a great book. No Grid Survival Projects. This is a great book, and it teaches you like everything. This one it actually even teaches you SLV. It actually teaches you how to make your own traps. It teaches you how to make. Well, y'all remember when I made hardtack? The first one was a fail, but it teaches you how to make your survival biscuits and bread. It teaches you how to make dandelion bread. It also teaches you how to protect your house against the EMP. It teaches you so much cool stuff. How to make your own hand pumps. I took a shortcut on the hand pump thing. I actually bought a manual belch pump for a boat because in the bottom of our cistern we have over 250 gallons of water that you can't touch because of the way the tube comes. It comes up like this, so when the water gets here it stops, so you still have all this water down here. So I bought a manual belch pump, and then we have collapsible 5-gallon plastic buckets, and that way, and we have so that we can move water quicker is we have a foldable, expandable wagon that Dragonflies bought. She bought it for the dogs, but there's like a lot of uses for it. And so we can just take that manual belch pump, put the line down in there, pump the water out. Once you get the siphon going, we've been talking about also about a safe way to get out gasoline from things. Like if you needed that last 2 gallons from one like say a lawnmower to a vehicle, or from somebody else's vehicle to your vehicle, right? I'm just saying. I think when the crap boils down, it's going to be dog eat dog. So, like a safe way to siphon gas, because gas could be like really just burning the hell out of your lungs. So, yeah, yep. And really, if you think about prepping, there's so many things that we need can be considered. Another one is like, how do you do your laundry? Have you come up with a solution how to do your laundry? There's like so many things when it comes to prepping that I can think of that that me and Dragonflies are still keying in on, and she's been doing it for decades. And uh, you know, I think that when you look at prepping, there's so many things that have to be covered and bases that have to be covered. I think that people get stuck just on, well, I just have to do this and this. I just have to get food and water and fire. There's a lot more to prepping than food, water, and fire. I mean, if you really, really think about prepping as a whole, I think food and water, yes, water definitely, air purification or an air mask, a respirator in case of a nuclear situation is very important. I think some throwaway Tyvek suits, yes, we do. We make our own laundry soap, and she's actually getting ready to start making her own hand soap, her own body soap. But we use what's it called, Zoot, Zote, Zote, Zoot, and she makes 5-gallon buckets. We've saved a lot of money, Devil Dog, with her making our laundry soap, and honestly, the clothes feel a lot fresher. Yeah, she's gonna do soap. I do candles. I'm actually gonna do a thing with baking soda and baking powder, some demos on how you can use it around. One is you can make your own deodorant, and you think about these things that we need to learn, and that's huge. It really is huge. A bucket with a hole in the lid, just put a plunger through the hole and wash away. Yeah, yeah, exactly. We have the old washboards, and we want the thing that I really need to find is a large, not a huge horse trough, but like the old-fashioned metal buckets. Because what I want to do with that is use it as dual purpose. It could be used for clothes cleaning, it could be used for dog cleaning, and it could be used for our own bodies. That's how my granddad used to take. That's how he used to take a freaking bath. He used to take a bath on the back porch with powdered soap. Do y'all remember that powdered soap? It was in a can. They still sell it. And he'd take a bath on the back porch in a metal can, in a big metal like horse trough bucket kind of thing. And my grandma used to pour water, warm water in there for him. Yeah. Yeah, a pitcher and a bowl. I mean, I think a lot of people don't really think about the ramifications if you don't keep your body clean and what could happen to you. And I mean, honestly, you make your own deodorant. I can't use it. The baking soda irritates me. There's some other things you can use too. I like the All American store. Me and Dragonflies need to go back to the All American store again and do another tour of that place. I had it on my other channel before it got taken down, and that place was really cool. Every single item made in the USA. Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff. Huga, you're always going to cool stores. You always are out and about going to some cool old antique stores and stuff. That's always fun. All right, y'all. Really coffee bummer. What about cornstarch? Oh, good idea. You know, I would say definitely get in and stay on point about your staples, folks. Like honestly, with all the shortage reports and the recalls, I don't know. I'm not going to put my opinion in about the recalls, but I think there's something funny going on. I'll say that much. Um, I think that with the things that are happening though, coffee, flour, sugar, your salt, your cinnamon, any of your spices, get on point and make sure you're stacked out like a year. Honestly, that's how we're trying to shoot. We're trying to shoot for a year to 2 years. All right. See you next time. Thanks for coming, RR. Thank you for being here. All right, y'all. I'm gonna play one song. I'm gonna get out of here. I got things to do today, and I got a brief news briefing that I'll be doing over at OTWP Report later today. And yeah, yeah, exactly. And we need to. Y'all, God bless you from here in the Ozarks. Let's take it out with a song. I will see you all soon over at OTWP Report. It'll be a short news briefing, straight to the point, but there's some things that I feel that need to be discussed over there. So I will see you all soon. God bless you. Big, huge prepper hugs. Do the dang thing, and happy New Year. Happy New Year. Stay safe if you're out in the streets.
I got nothing to worry about when you're by my side. I got nothing to worry about when you're by my side. I looked out and I saw the rain. I wanted it to go away. I felt the weight of it all come down. I braced from the deafening sound, but you were there, holding my hand. You were there, holding my hand. I got by my side. I got nothing to worry about when you're by my side. I bled from the wound for at least a year. I couldn't clean myself up. I reached out for the bottom rung. You hoisted me up. You were there, holding my hand. You were there, holding my hand. Holding my hand, holding my hand. I got nothing to worry about when you're by my side.